Good day, it's James Young here again with another tip of the day. Today's tip is going to be about how to write effective emails. From newsletters to order confirmations, an email is an increasingly important aspect of a customer's experience. There is much more to say about effective email than we can fit into a brief column or an article or video such as this, but the tips below are a good start. The e-business industry is still so inexperienced about email that even following these basic tips will put any .com ahead of most of the industry. Use a hook. An email must have a good reason for being sent, otherwise it's better not send it. The hook of the email is the single thought or message conveyed by that email and should be stated in the first sentence or two of the email. Support the hook. Just as the hook provides focus for the email, so should the rest of the email refer to the hook for focus. For example, an email telling customers that there is a sale on a particular product line on an e-commerce site should do just that. Tell customers about the sale. Be succulent. Keep the email short, from the subject line to the farewell. The email should offer the reader the most relevant information in as few words as possible. Do choose your words carefully. Don't think that having a lot of space means that you should use it all. State the most important things first. Customers will start reading an email from the beginning and read the introduction to see if it's worth spending more of their time on it. Readers tend to pay less and less attention to what is written as they scan more quickly through the rest of the email, so you have to write for scannability. After absorbing the hook in the opening line of the email, if customers choose to read the rest of the message, they will do so quickly, looking for the most important components. Thus, it is important to make it easy for customers to scan the email. Use the active voice. The most effective way to communicate a message or idea is to use the active voice. The active voice focuses on the subject rather than how the subject is being acted upon, creating a more powerful image or idea. An active way, for example, say, "We're happy to announce that you can now shop in over 20 new product categories, and we're adding more products every day." A passive way of saying something would be like, "You've been selected for a special discount on any of the following products." Use the right tone for your audience. Email communication tends to be less formal than traditional business and marketing writing. It's important not to be too formal nor too familiar when emailing your customers. The right tone for an email varies depending on the customer being mailed and the topic of the email. Use language that counts. Avoid using words for their own sake. Remember, you don't communicate with your customers just for the sake of communication, but to get across an idea or proposition. To do this, each word and each sentence must carry its own weight and have something to do with the hook. If you can get your idea across in fewer words, do so. Avoid URLs that wrap. URLs can behave in peculiar ways when they are so long that they are broken into 2 lines of text. It's best to avoid wrapping URLs entirely. Wrap text at 68 characters per line. Email application varies in hundreds of ways, but what they have in common is a basic text width. All applications will correctly display text that is 68 characters or less per line. So use a text editor, not a word processor, to write your email newsletters. A good text editor for Windows is Notepad. And for Macintosh users out there, they are blessed with TextEdit. Avoid excessive use of all caps, all capital letters, asterisks, and you know this, and you know. It can be tempting to use these techniques for emphasis or urgency. However, using them in excess can be ineffective. It's best to employ these techniques sparingly. Spacing and space. In an email, white space is as important as the text in effectively communicating an idea or message. The eye can comfortably take in a limited amount of text at a glance, particularly on a computer screen. Cushioning the text with space helps readers scan the text more easily. Always offer an option to unsubscribe. As explained earlier, emails should only be sent when customers have requested information or if there is something noteworthy to tell them. Even with this level of permission, there still will be people who will want to unsubscribe from the email list or newsletter. Always offer the option to unsubscribe. As an emerging convention, customers can now typically expect to see unsubscribe instruction as the last item at the bottom of the email, following the signature and the postscript. So the three most important pieces of real estate in an email. There are three key opportunities to get your message across to your customers. Failing to optimize these three opportunities will likely result in a large number of deleted emails. The subject line, first line of the email, and the postscript at the end can hold the customer's interest. These three elements get more attention than any other section of the email. If the customer is scanning the email, as most customers do, those three may be the only elements read at all. So that is the tip of today. If you've got value from this and you like the video, as well as the article underneath, please feel free to leave a comment. You can meet me over at Facebook, and this is my URL. You can also meet me on Twitter, and here's my Twitter URL. You can also meet me on YouTube, and there's my YouTube URL. Or you can visit my blog, and here's my URL for my blog. And you can comment on anything that I have written or I have posted on any of these 4 sites. And I wish you would, because that would give me some indication whether I'm doing good or whether I'm doing bad. Either way, let me know, so that I will be bringing up value for you each and every day. And if 1 or 2 days I might sidestep and get off track a little bit, please notify me as soon as possible and I will rectify the situation. Okay? So again, that is the tip of the day, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another tip, so stay tuned. This is James Young, over and out.